Warning, your feet will age first. Seniors must eat these 3 foods and follow these 5 life pillars to stay strong and healthy. At this stage of life, people often say, we live to enjoy our golden years. But how do we make that life joyful? How do we wake up each morning still feeling that life is meaningful? If you're living in the US, a land of opportunity and modern comforts, yet sometimes so emotionally cold, this video is made for you. Here at BO, we understand, after 60, many of us no longer care about traveling far. Instead, we long for a deeper journey inward. We start to ask, how can I stay healthy and independent without becoming a burden to my children? How can each day feel like a gift, not just another lonely time? From peaceful mornings at the local senior center, to the distant gaze of someone growing old alone, from the laughter in a morning yoga class, to the silent ache of missing grandchildren, it's all here in this video. And if you're looking for a YouTube channel that's more than just something to watch, but a place to connect, to feel understood, and to find pieces of yourself, subscribe to BO today. This is a space for those who have weathered life's storms and are still learning to live fully, one day at a time. A typical day in the life of an elderly American. Quiet, but far from meaningless. Soft, emotional narration, like a living documentary. After 60, our days are no longer measured by deadlines, but by moments that hold meaning. But have you ever wondered what a normal day truly looks like for a senior in America? 6:30 a.m. The first sunlight peeks through the curtains. Mrs. Linda, 72, lives in Oregon. She rises before the sun thoroughly warms her porch. Her room is small, just a bed, a reading table, and framed photos of her grown children. Every morning she sits on her old wooden chair, sips hot tea, and reads her worn-out Bible like a sacred ritual. I don't need to rush anymore. I just need peace, she says. 8 o'clock a.m. News headlines and health concerns of Mr. David, 68, a retired engineer in Florida, watches the morning news from his living room. Stories about the economy, healthcare policies, and senior rights weigh heavily on his mind. At this age, I just hope I'm not a burden to anyone. But the rising cost of meds, insurance worries, and fear of memory loss, sometimes it's more stressful than working ever was. 9 o'clock a.m. Exercise classes, clubs, familiar faces. At a senior center in California, 75-year-old Mrs. Maria never misses her morning yoga class. Not so much for the fitness, but the connection. Here she chats with old friends and shares stories about their kids, the past, and the present. I don't come here just to stretch. I come here because I don't want to disappear. 11:30 a.m. Lunch alone or with someone by your side? In America, many older adults eat lunch alone. Their children work far away, neighbors are busy, and not everyone has a partner. Meals may be carefully prepared, but the dining room often feels strangely silent. I miss the sound of spoons clinking and family dinner's laughter. Now, it's just the echo of my fork. 2 o'clock p.m. A short FaceTime from the kids. For many seniors, those fleeting minutes on a video call are the day's highlight. Just 5 minutes, yet sometimes it takes all day to wait for them. They don't complain, they understand, but there's still a quiet ache in their eyes. Just seeing my grandchild smile makes me feel like I still matter. 6 p.m. The sun sets, the soul softens. Evenings come early for older adults. As young people fill the streets, elders return to quiet rooms, turn on soft lamps, replay old songs, and wait for another day. A day like that might sound quiet, but beneath that silence are hearts still beating, gently, bravely, and very much alive. We are here to listen, to walk with you, and to shine light on the humanity that still burns bright. Fears that no one asks about, things only older hearts understand. When we're young, we fear failure. In middle age, we fear loss. But in old age, what makes our hearts tremble are things no one can see. An empty room, a fading memory, an absence no one notices. 1. The fear of being forgotten. Do I still matter to anyone? There's no sadness more profound than feeling invisible. Mrs. Helen, 81, was once a beloved literature teacher. Words were her life. Now she spends hours writing in her journal, and mailing letters to her children and grandchildren, sometimes just hoping for a reply. But those envelopes often sit unopened. Once my grandson said, "Sorry, Grandma, I've been too busy." I understood, but it still hurt. I'm still here, still alive. Elders don't need applause. They just want to be heard. One text, one phone call can mean the world. 2, the fear of memory loss. When even I don't recognize myself. Mr. James, 76, lives in New Jersey. He writes everything down in a notebook. Passwords, doctor appointments, even his dog's name. He says, "I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of waking up one day and not remembering my wife's name." Dementia is a looming fear for millions. According to the NIH, 1 in 9 people over 65 will experience cognitive decline. It's heartbreaking to still be alive, but feel like your mind has already left you behind. 3, the fear of being a burden. Am I making life harder for my kids? Many elders hide their illness, not out of pride, but out of love. Mr. Richard, 84, slipped in the bathroom but didn't tell his kids. "I was afraid they'd worry too much, maybe take time off work. They have their own lives to live." To many in this generation, independence equals dignity. But behind that pride is a deep fear of becoming a burden. Where I am, the fear of aching loneliness. When everyone slowly fades away, old age means saying goodbye again and again. Friends pass away, neighbors move, even my husband, my partner of over 50 years, is gone. The house is the same, but there's no one left to call my name, says Susan, 78. According to AARP, nearly 1 in 4 adults over 65 live alone. Loneliness isn't just being without people, it's being without someone who sees you. 5, the fear of losing your identity. Am I still me? I used to be a mother, a wife, a bank worker, a good friend. Now I'm just old. Elders don't fear wrinkles. They fear becoming invisible, no longer seen for who they were or still are. We spend our lives building a name for ourselves, but sometimes aging feels like the world slowly erasing it. Even if these fears go unspoken, they're real and deeply human. But you know what? We have the right to fear, and we also have the right to be heard, loved, and never to walk this journey alone. If you've ever carried any of these silent fears, know this: you are not alone. BO is here to listen, to speak what you haven't said, and to remind you that you still matter. Let this channel be your weekly companion, someone who listens, understands, and says what no one dares to name. Unseen longings to live, to give, to be loved. Old age UI isn't the end of a journey. It's the beginning of the most honest desires we've ever had. Not loud, not grand, just the wish to live as we are. One last time, but fully. The desire to live meaningfully. Not just to exist, but to live. Many older adults don't want their days to revolve around pills, meals, and naps. "I don't want to wake up just to see where I'll hurt today," says Mr. David, 73. He finds joy in cooking breakfast, feeding pigeons at the park, and reading books with an old friend at the library. "I feel alive, not surviving, but living." Elders don't need grandeur. They need to feel like they still matter in this life. 2, the desire to give back. Though the hair is silver, the heart still beats. Society often forgets. Elders don't just need care, they also want to give. Mrs. Eleanor, 79, teaches art to autistic children for free. Mr. Greg, 85, helps immigrants write job applications and practice interviews at church. Mrs. May, 76, grows and shares vegetables with neighbors weekly. Every time someone smiles because of something I did, I feel young again. Don't cut the connection between seniors and their community. When they can still contribute value, they still want to live. 3, the desire to love and be loved. Not a lot, just something real. Love in old age isn't a wildfire, it's glowing embers. When an 86-year-old woman still peels oranges for her husband. When a man slows his steps each morning to walk beside his wife. When 2 strangers at a nursing home sit silently every evening, holding hands. The silent mistakes after 60 that drain your health and spirit without you realizing. It's not aging that makes us weak. How we live as we age determines how we feel as we grow old. So are you unknowingly falling into these common traps like many Americans over 60 do daily? 1. Giving up movement out of fear of falling. Many people think, I'm old now, I should take it easy. But too much rest and not enough movement actually weaken muscles, bones, and the heart. Lack of movement, muscle loss, poor balance, higher fall risk, poor circulation, memory decline, and a weaker heart. Staying indoors, lack of vitamin D, brittle bones, and depression. The truth is, older adults need movement, just the right kind, gentle, regular, and safe. Just 15 to 30 minutes a day of light walking, senior yoga, or even simple gardening can work wonders for both body and mind. 2. Eating just to get by or to save money. Some seniors, especially those living alone or trying not to bother their family, tend to eat instant noodles or canned food or skip meals altogether. I just eat to fill my stomach. I'm old. I don't need much. It's a common saying, but a dangerous one. Eating whatever's available leads to serious nutrient deficiencies that weaken your immune system and increase your risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. In particular, lacking omega-3, vitamin B12, or zinc can harm your memory and raise your risk of dementia. Simple fixes. Eat 3 balanced meals a day: fresh veggies, fruits, plant-based protein, fatty fish, eggs, and low-sugar dairy. Include healing foods: bone broth, turmeric, ginger, and garlic. 3. Isolating yourself, thinking no one needs me anymore. Here's a quiet tragedy. Many seniors in the U.S. slowly withdraw from social life. They stay home, stop calling friends, and spend days in silence with only the TV for company. I don't want to bother anyone. It's better for someone my age to stay quiet. A heartbreaking statement full of hidden pain. But prolonged loneliness doesn't just hurt your spirit. It raises your risk of depression, strokes, and even Alzheimer's. Time to rekindle the connection. Join senior clubs, reading groups, or church events. Call an old friend, volunteer locally, or even use social media mindfully. 4. Skipping naps and staying up late, watching TV. After 60, your sleep cycle changes. You may wake more during the night, making naps even more critical. But many older adults skip naps or stay up late with the TV or phone. Poor sleep leads to a high blood pressure, memory problems, higher risk of strokes and diabetes, weakened immunity, and more irritability. Natural sleep tips. Take a 20 to 30 minute nap daily. Avoid screens after 8 p.m. Sip calming herbal teas like chamomile or lotus tea. Read or listen to soft music before bed. 5. Skipping checkups because I feel fine. Many people only see a doctor when something's seriously wrong. The "if it doesn't hurt, I'm fine" mindset allows silent diseases like diabetes, fatty liver, cancer, and high blood pressure to grow unnoticed. If I had caught it early, I might not need dialysis today. Alex, age 70. Don't wait until your body screams in pain. Choose to listen with love and care before things get worse. Choose differently, live differently. Getting older doesn't mean losing the right to choose. Every morning you still get to choose what to eat, how to think, whether to move, and whether to let your heart feel loved and connected. You can choose to live differently. You deserve a better life. The science-backed secrets to a longer, healthier, happier life for seniors in America. Longevity isn't luck. It's the result of small, daily choices done consistently. Have you ever wondered why some people at 65 feel tired, sick, and lonely, while others at 90 still smile, garden, travel, and even write books? The secret is lifestyle, and science has the proof. Let's explore the 7 golden keys, helping millions of seniors across America live longer and happier. 1. They follow an anti-inflammatory diet. Chronic inflammation is at the root of almost every disease tied to aging: diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Healthy older adults often eat lots of leafy greens and fresh fruits like oranges, blueberries, avocados, spinach. Good fats from fish, salmon, mackerel, olive oil, nuts and seeds, walnuts, chia, almonds. Anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric, ginger, and garlic. Avoid fried foods, processed meats, and refined sugars. This way of eating reduces inflammation, protects the brain, balances blood pressure, strengthens immunity, and lifts the mood. 2, they exercise their minds daily. Did you know your brain is like a muscle? It gets weaker if you don't use it. Healthy seniors in the US often read books and write journals. Learn something new each week, like a recipe, language, or Sudoku puzzle. Play instruments or listen to classical music. Limit passive TV time and choose content that encourages positive thinking. Brain workouts slow mental decline, boost memory and focus, and lower the risk of dementia. 3, they stay physically active, without fear. We don't exercise to look young. We move to keep our freedom to the very end. One key habit shared by many long-living Americans is never sit still for more than 30 minutes. They walk daily, practice Tai Chi, garden, do yoga, or even dance. Harvard research shows that 30 minutes of moderate activity per day reduces early death risk by up to 40% in adults over 65. 4, they maintain a healthy sleep routine. Good sleep is nature's best medicine, free and without side effects. Healthy seniors usually go to bed before 10:30 p.m. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Turn off screens by 8 p.m. Take short 20-30-minute naps during the day. Deep quality sleep boosts memory, reduces dementia risk, balances blood sugar and pressure, and lowers stress. 5, they build strong social connections. Friendship is more powerful than any pill. Stanford University long-living older adults in the U.S. often have at least 3 to 5 close relationships. Yoga buddies, church friends, neighbors, book club members. They make time to connect, even just a call, lunch, or a quick message. These bonds reduce stress hormones like cortisol, boost happiness hormones like oxytocin, improve immunity, and protect against depression. 6, they practice gratitude and positive thinking. A grateful, positive mind is the strongest shield against aging. Happy seniors often write down 3 things they're grateful for each day. Focus on what they can do, not what they've lost. Laugh easily, even at themselves. Believe in goodness, even after hard times. Positivity reduces inflammation, improves heart health, boosts immunity, and can even help you live up to 7 years longer than pessimists. 7, they wake up with a purpose, no matter how small. I water my rose bushes every day. I write a letter to my granddaughter every week. I volunteer at the nursing home every Tuesday. I teach Spanish to neighborhood kids. What do all joyful, long-living seniors have in common? They have a reason to get out of bed each morning, a purpose that keeps them going. Big or small, that sense of purpose fuels energy, guards against depression, and gives life more profound meaning. Aging is an art of living. Youth is a gift, but aging is a masterpiece. Carl Jung, you have the power to choose how you live your golden years. Tired, lonely, and unwell, or joyful, engaged, and full of life. If this message speaks to you even just a little, take a second to follow the BO channel. We're here to walk beside you every week, sharing the most thoughtful, inspiring, and science-backed tips for seniors in America like you. The longevity secrets of the world's 5 blue zones, a healthy aging formula for seniors in America. Longevity doesn't come from your genes, but your daily habits. If you've always believed that living a long life is just a matter of genetics, science may surprise you. Research shows that only about 20% of our longevity is determined by genes. The remaining 80%, it's all about how you live each day. Scientists have studied the so-called blue zones, regions with unusually high numbers of centenarians, to discover the natural formula for a long, healthy life. And the good news? These lessons can be applied here in the U.S. starting today at any age. 1. Okinawa, Japan, the secret behind the happiest women on earth. In Okinawa, the elderly stay mentally sharp, physically active, and show remarkably low rates of Alzheimer's. Their secrets: Ikigai, a reason to live, Everyone wakes up with a clear purpose, whether gardening, caring for grandchildren, or chatting with friends. Hara Hachi Bu, eat until you're 80% full. They practice mindful eating and avoid overeating. Traditional plant-based foods, sweet potatoes, tofu, seaweed, leafy greens, and small fish, rich in antioxidants. Strong social bonds, lifelong support circles called moai, provide emotional, financial, and physical support. Takeaway for American seniors. Build your own moai, a small circle of close friends who share your purpose, care for each other, and stay socially connected. 2. Sardinia, Italy, where grandpas sip wine and tell pokies at 100. Sardinia boasts the world's highest concentration of centenarians, male and female. Their secrets: Mediterranean diet, whole grains, beans, vegetables, olive oil, goat cheese, and some red wine rich in polyphenols. Natural movement, daily walking, gardening, and climbing hills. No gym memberships needed. Family first. Elders live with their family, are respected and loved, and play an active roles at home. Sense of humor, daily laughter, storytelling, and lightheartedness keep spirits high. Takeaway for American seniors. Find joy in the little things, a warm call, a shared laugh, a quiet moment with a loved one over a cup of tea. 3. Nicoya, Costa Rica, boundless energy, well into their 90s. In Nicoya, people live long and stay strong, even working into their 90s. Their secrets: simple lifestyle. They live near nature and eat minimally processed fresh foods. Mineral-rich water, naturally high in calcium and magnesium, it supports bone and joint health. Traditional foods such as beans, corn, squash, and fresh fruit dominate their diet. Quality sleep plus morning sun exposure. Consistent rest and gentle sunlight nourish the body and mind. Takeaway for American seniors: embrace nature, eat clean, rest well, and soak up early sunlight daily. 4. Ikaria, Greece, the island where people forget to die. Ikaria is known for its low rates of dementia and cancer among older adults. Their secrets: plant-based diet with olive oil and wild herbs. No processed foods at all. Regular naps. They lower blood pressure, enhance alertness, and may extend life. Relaxed pace of life. People take their time and avoid the daily rush. Tight-knit communities. The entire village feels like one big extended family. Takeaway for American seniors: don't let the fast pace of life steal your health. Learn to slow down and savor every moment. 5. Loma Linda, California, America's longevity capital. The Seventh-day Adventist community in Loma Linda lives 8 to 10 years longer than the U.S. average. Their secrets: vegetarian or semi-vegetarian diet, beans, whole grains, vegetables, and fruits. No smoking or alcohol. Weekly Sabbath, a full day of rest to recharge physically and spiritually. Faith-based community. They help one another pray and share a purpose. Takeaway for American seniors: find a positive community where you're heard, valued, and given space to contribute. Longevity is a choice. These 5 blue zones may be scattered across the globe, but they all share habits that American seniors can adopt. Eat clean, sleep well, move gently, build strong social ties, cultivate a positive mindset and purpose. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe to the BO channel right now. We're here to bring you powerful, inspiring, and practical tips for daily life, especially in your golden years. There's so much more wisdom to come. Your later years deserve the best. Common mistakes that hurt seniors' health in America and go unnoticed. We don't grow old because of age. We grow old because of the mistakes we never fix. Here are the most common and risky habits among American seniors, as warned by health experts. If any of these sound familiar, it's the perfect time to change. 1. Retiring means stopping everything. I've worked my whole life, now I just want to rest. Sounds reasonable until rest turns into sitting too much, avoiding movement, and losing social contact. Depression, memory loss, and heart issues soon follow. Reality: your brain and body need daily stimulation. Completely stopping activity speeds up aging. Solution: after retirement, create a new schedule for yourself. Garden, volunteer, teach kids, learn art, join community clubs. Staying actively engaged is the key to a longer, more joyful life. 2. Taking too many medications without rechecking. Many seniors take 5 to 10 medications daily, sometimes prescribed by different doctors, creating dangerous drug interactions. Reality: CDC studies show over 40% of older adults misuse medications by dosage or purpose. Solution: keep an updated list of all your medications. Every 6 months, ask your doctor, is this still necessary? Are any of these redundant? Are there safer, natural alternatives? 3. Poor diet with low nutrients. I'm old, I'll just eat whatever. This leads to repetitive, processed meals that can cause nutrient deficiencies, muscle loss, weak bones, and a weakened immune system. Reality: older adults need even more diverse nutrition as absorption slows with age. Solution: focus on fresh produce, beans, seeds, small fish, and seasonal fruits. If eating is difficult, go for nutrient-rich smoothies or hearty vegetable soups. 4. Sitting too much and not moving enough. My joints hurt, so I can't exercise. It's a vicious cycle. The less you move, the stiffer your joints, the weaker your muscles and heart. Reality: sitting over 8 hours a day increases stroke and diabetes risk. Even if you exercise for an hour daily. Solution: stand up every 45 minutes. Try gentle exercises like Tai Chi, senior yoga, slow walking, or stretching. Rule of thumb: never stop moving. Even small movements matter. 5. Poor sleep, but thinking it's normal for seniors. Older people just sleep less. Not true. Poor sleep in later life affects mental clarity and raises risks for Alzheimer's, diabetes, and heart disease. Reality: people over 60 still need 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Frequent waking is a warning sign. Solution: avoid screens an hour before bed. Take a warm bath, listen to calming music, and drink chamomile tea. If sleep problems persist, review your medications and daily routine. 6. Feeling lonely, but keeping it bottled up. Many older adults live alone or feel neglected by their children, but never speak up, leading to hidden depression. Reality: chronic loneliness weakens your immune system as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Solution: proactively seek out community activities such as classes, fitness groups, church, and senior clubs. Emotions need to be expressed. Don't hold them in. 7. Forgetting your purpose. I just live for my kids and grandkids now. That's admirable, but you may lose your inner drive if your life revolves around others. Reality: people after 60 still have much to give, create, and enjoy. Solution: set personal goals. Write your memoir, learn music, teach cooking, plant a garden every week. Aging is a chance to live deeper, not to fade away. Mistakes can be fixed. Being man can be beautiful. We can't rewind time, but we can start fresh today. Don't blame yourself if you've made some of the mistakes above. You're not alone. What matters is knowing better and choosing differently, starting today. If you want to continue this journey toward healthier, more meaningful golden years, subscribe to the BO channel now. Each video is a daily dose of inspiration, helping you feel younger, brighter, and more alive. When the body is strong, the spirit shines. The secret to a life worth living in your golden years. The body is the home of the soul. If you neglect the home, the soul fades too. Have you noticed? Some people, though old and gray, still sparkle with life. Their eyes shine, their voices are full of spirit, and their steps are light and confident. Others, barely in their 60s, already seem weary, drained, hunched, and quietly waiting for something to end. What makes the difference? The body and mind are one circle, complete and connected. No one can truly be healthy if they focus on only one aspect of their health. You can't exercise, neglect your mind, meditate, or pray without caring for your nutrition and movement. Harvard University studies show older adults who maintain a positive outlook, have clear life goals, and stay gently active live 7 to 10 years longer on average, and have 30% fewer chronic illnesses than those who live passively or pessimistically. Negative emotions hurt your heart, liver, brain, and your immune system. We don't just eat with our mouths, we also digest emotions daily. Ongoing sadness, anxiety, or anger, when left unresolved, produce hormones that trigger chronic inflammation, raise blood pressure and blood sugar, damage the brain, and disturb sleep. A real-life story: a 75-year-old man in Texas was diagnosed with high blood pressure, mild diabetes, and chronic headaches. After trying several medications with little success, his doctor discovered he lived alone, had recently lost his wife, and had no one to talk to. When he joined a local senior music group, things began to change. 6 months later, his blood pressure and blood sugar levels stabilized on their own, without the need for increased medication. Positive thoughts help your brain stay young. The brain is the only organ that never retires. When you continue to learn, talk, and appreciate the beauty of life, your brain forms new neural connections, which helps you stay sharp and reduces the risk of memory loss. Daily brain care tips. Read or listen to audiobooks for 30 minutes. Write or sketch by hand. Talk to at least one loved one or friend each day. Learn something new. English, phone skills, music, gardening, anything. Meditation and breath, the bridge between body and mind. You don't need to be a yoga expert to meditate. Just 3 to 5 minutes each morning with your eyes closed, breathing deeply, and listening to your heartbeat can recharge your spirit for the entire day. Why deep breathing matters? Because when we're stressed, we breathe shallowly. Deep breathing helps lower blood pressure, balance the nervous system, support digestion, reduce insomnia, social connection, the most powerful supplement that money can't buy. You don't need a big crowd, just 2 or 3 real friends or a small community where you feel seen and heard. Try this. Text an old friend once a week. Join a community class, dance, art, baking. Join a spiritual support group, church, temple, meditation center. Connect on social media, just use it wisely. A healthy body, a peaceful mind, a happy life. There's no true happiness in old age without peace of mind. If you're already taking care of your body, eating well, getting enough sleep, and staying active, don't forget also to take care of your emotional health. These two walk hand in hand. You can't separate them. And if you're unsure where to begin, let us walk with you. The BO channel is where you'll find gentle workouts made for older adults, warm, heartfelt, honest stories, inspiring, thoughtful ideas to help you live each day fully and meaningfully. The 5 pillars of healthy, long, and independent living after 60. After 60, we don't need to live fast. We just need to live deep and live smart. After years of studying vibrant, sharp, and happy seniors across America, from California to Florida, and from Seattle to Austin, scientists, doctors, and psychologists have identified 5 core pillars for a fulfilling life after 60. And the best part is, these pillars don't require money or technology. They just need you to make one powerful choice: to live smarter. Pillar 1, physical health, the foundation for everything. Without health, our dreams of family, freedom, and happiness feel out of reach. But the good news is that your body can still heal and grow stronger, even at 60, 70, or 80, if you take the right steps. Small actions, big impact. Walk outdoors for 15-30 minutes a day. Stay hydrated, about 1.5 to 2 liters a day. Eat more plants, fiber, less sugar, salt, and oil. Sleep regularly, at least 6.5 to 7 hours a night. Tip from a 98-year-old woman in Vermont. Every morning I start with warm water and a few stretches, not to feel young again, but to keep from getting stiff, just like a tree needs watering every day. Pillar 2, the brain, your lighthouse. Americans live longer, but the risk of cognitive decline is rising quickly. Protecting your brain is the smartest investment for maintaining your independence. Simple habits to try. Learn new skills, language, music, painting, tech. Avoid gossip and negativity. They're poison for the brain. Spend time with curious, positive people. Play games like Sudoku, crosswords, chess, and puzzles. 30-day challenge. Each day, learn one new English word, plus listen to one new song, plus call one old friend. Pillar 3, emotional well-being. Your true home. Loneliness kills faster than cancer. Dr. Vivek Murthy, U.S. Surgeon General. Loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about lacking connection, understanding, and a sense of purpose. Healing emotional wounds. Keep a gratitude journal or write 3 things you're thankful for each night. Join a local community group, church, senior club, cultural groups. Care for a plant or pet. It boosts your love hormone, oxytocin. A real story from Robert, 83, Texas. When I adopted a little dog after my wife passed, I realized words aren't always needed. Having a living being that needs you is enough to feel like you matter. Pillar 4, purpose, the breath of your soul. The healthiest seniors in America aren't always the richest. They're the ones who wake up each morning knowing why they're here. Purpose doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to be real and deeply felt. Examples of small but meaningful purposes. Inspire your children and grandchildren. Write your memoirs or life stories. Volunteer from home or in your community. Send kind words to someone grieving a loss. A morning reflection. Ask yourself, what value can I bring to life today, even just a little? Pillar 5, lifelong learning. Age only catches up when we stop being curious. You're not old unless you stop learning. Carl Jung, did you know that many seniors in America take up painting, Spanish, writing books, and even start YouTube channels after turning 70? Meet Ernestine Shepard. She started working out at 56 and became the world's oldest female bodybuilder at age 86. Monthly challenge. Learn something you never thought you would. Record a short video sharing your thoughts. Send it to your family. Join a free online class, Coursera, YouTube, Khan Academy. Choose your life. Choose your health. You can't control your age, but you can control how you live. The 5-pillar lifestyle doesn't ask you to change your entire life. It simply asks for a 1% change each day. In 30 days, you'll feel different. In a year, you might just amaze yourself. The golden rhythm after 60, the secret to living long, living well, and never feeling bored. A day without perfs is a day we haven't truly lived. Seneca. Dear friend, after turning 60, life no longer revolves around deadlines, meetings, or busy schedules. But that doesn't mean we should let time slip by without meaning. On the contrary, creating a bright and steady daily rhythm is one of the key secrets to longevity, practiced by elders in Japan, Italy, Sweden, and even in America's blue zones. 1. Start your day the right way. Set the tone for everything else. Those with long, vibrant lives rarely begin their mornings with grim news or a rushed cup of coffee. Instead, they follow a quiet morning ritual that brings harmony to their body, mind, and spirit. An ideal morning might look like this. 6 o'clock, 6:30 a.m. Wake up naturally without a jarring alarm. Sip on a glass of lemon water with a pinch of sea salt. 6:30, 7 a.m. Gentle movement, light stretching, a walk in the yard, some mindful breathing, or soft yoga. 7:30 a.m. A nourishing but straightforward breakfast. Whole grains, fresh fruits, seeds, or nuts. 7:30, 8 a.m. Read a few pages or jot down a journal entry, a gentle way to awaken the brain. Tip: avoid turning on the TV or checking your phone too early. Let your mind stay clear and calm before the flood of outside information comes in. 2. Divide your day into 4 parts. Find a little joy in each one. Research shows that older adults often feel adrift when there's no routine. But life suddenly feels more meaningful and fulfilling when your day is broken down into 4 simple blocks, each with a purpose. Try this easy daily structure. Morning, 8 o'clock, 11:30 a.m. This is your prime time, perfect for learning something new, being creative, or tending to your garden. Midday, 11:30 a.m., 1:30 p.m. Enjoy a light lunch, rest, or listen to calming music. Afternoon, 1:30, 4:30 p.m. Social time, Phone a friend, join an online class, meet up, or enjoy a stroll. Evening, 5 on 12, 9 p.m. Have an early dinner, reading, meditation, a call with family or your favorite show. Bonus tip, write your schedule and stick it on the fridge. You'll be surprised how this small habit boosts your mood and sense of control. 3. Something small to do every day. Staying useful keeps us strong. People of all ages need to feel useful. In Okinawa, Japan, or Loma Linda, California, home to some of the world's longest living seniors, older adults continue to cook, garden, sew, write letters, and tell stories to children every single day. Here are some simple yet meaningful activities. Water your plants in the morning and check on them again in the evening. Handwrite one letter each week to a loved one. Create a family photo album to give to your grandchildren. Record your life stories. Your voice will become a treasure for future generations. Having one small goal each day is one of the most potent natural antidepressants after 60. End the day with calm. Better sleep, longer life. Deep, restful sleep helps the body recharge, reduces the risk of memory loss, boosts the immune system, and keeps your mood balanced. Sleep-enhancing habits. Eat dinner early before 6:30 p.m. and avoid foods that are high in sugar, fat, or salt. Turn off your phone at least an hour before bed. Take a warm shower, listen to soft music, or meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. Read a few pages from a book instead of watching TV. And before you fall asleep, ask yourself gently, did I truly live today? Gentle discipline, lasting vitality. Discipline doesn't have to be harsh. It's simply making small, steady choices for yourself. A well-organized day, repeated with intention, becomes an influential vaccine against mental aging. And always remember, BO Channel is here for you, day by day, step by step, to help you live longer, live healthier, and live with meaning. Follow the BO Channel today and let every day be more than just another day. Let it be a day to remember. See you in the following video. Here is a smooth and engaging American English translation of your content, tailored to resonate with an older U.S. audience and suitable for AI voiceover.